Why I follow Gary Vaynerchuk. I follow Gary Vaynerchuk, otherwise called Gary Vee, on all social media platforms because I think that he has an unstoppable mindset. It seems to me that whatever might come up, whatever could go wrong, it's not going to slow him down or cause him to quit. And this is very important to me because before I started watching him, I absolutely did not have an unstoppable mindset. I was persistent. I was able to keep on going. But if the slightest thing went wrong, it kind of derailed me for a little bit. And that's not good. The first thing I want to go over about Gary Vee is he says over and over and over again that he loves losing. Yes, you heard that correctly. He says that he loves losing. I never heard anybody say that before, but Gary Vee, he says that all the time. And what he means by that is he has a big company called VaynerMedia. And all these little small companies underneath it. VaynerMedia or VaynerX is just the umbrella. And he has all these little companies. And he wants to think that if one of these fails, if he loses, it's no big deal because he loves losing. And he's able to keep on going. He's able to try many things and not get hung up on the fact that he tried something and failed or lost, however you want to say it. And this is super important because he's trying things all the time. And we all need to try things all the time. We cannot be afraid to fail. For instance, if Gary Vee has 10 projects going and 8 of them fail, but 2 of them succeed, and 1 of them succeeds in a really big way, that could make up for all the losses. And if he didn't have this mindset of being okay with losing, being okay with failing, he probably would not get to that one big one that would really make it big. And this also goes into the second thing that I want to talk about, which he really stresses in producing content for social media, is not to be afraid to try things and not make a decision on the content yourself. Let the audience decide. This has made a big impact on me because I will do a video and I will watch it and I will think to myself, you know, this is really not very good. Or maybe I don't want to say this. Maybe this could damage my reputation. If you look at all the videos I've done, some of them I've been pretty vulnerable. I've talked about how I have trouble talking. I had trouble talking when I was young and how I overcame that or tried to overcome that or have been overcoming that. And other things I have in my video playlist. And the reason why I'm able to do that is by listening to Gary Vee all the time saying, try things. One bad video is not going to ruin all your other videos. And that one video, which you think is no good, may turn out to be the video that everybody else really loves. And it goes viral. And it makes you known. I have those two concepts in my head all the time. To reframe everything. When something goes wrong, just reframe it. That's exactly what love losing is. By saying you love losing, when something goes wrong, you reframe it by saying, well, it's great I lost because I love losing. And you're able to keep on going. I had a flat tire recently and I thought it was bad and I was able to reframe it. And that's probably due in no small part to the fact that I listen to Gary Vee all the time, and he's always reframing everything. And this last point I want to make is all through 2018, Gary Vaynerchuk was saying that he said, prepare for an economic collapse. There's going to be economic collapse. And he also went on to say that he's prepared for it, looking forward to it, because he is a wartime general. He loves chaos and does better in chaos than in peacetime. The time came where we just had this pandemic, and I wanted to see Gary's reaction. I wanted to see what he was going to do. And for the first week of the pandemic, of the quarantine, of the lockdowns, I didn't really hear from him. And I started to wonder, what's he going to do? And then a short time later, he came out with a bang. He had this program called Tea with Gary Vee, where just normal people call in with their questions. And I got a tremendous out of that, by the way, because they're just normal, everyday people who have some of the same problems and some of the same questions and some of the same hurdles that I do. I got a lot out of that, and I saw that Gary Vee was telling the truth when he said he loves chaos, that he is a wartime general, because he came out swinging with Tea with Gary Vee. I saw him all over podcasts and internet. He didn't stop at all. He didn't stop at all, and he was able to reframe the pandemic and lockdowns into something good, as I knew that he would. And those are the reasons. And by the way, I'm not saying that he said that the pandemic was good. He was just able to come up with reasons why it is good. Not that it's good. Nobody thinks it's good. And those are the reasons why I follow Gary Vaynerchuk. If you like this video, and how could you not? Give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.